If you play with fire, you get burned. If you play with swords, you get cut. Ladies and gentle mages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode with Man, and today we've got a juicer for it. Before we dig into the deck, make sure to leave a like. The button looks just like this, and it does help out the channel tremendously. I greatly appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get right in. We got the swords, baby. We are playing with swords today. Sword of Once in Future. This one gives you protection from blue and black and gives you +2/+2 like the other one does. But this one, whenever you deal with combat damage to a player, surveil 2, and then you may cast an instant or sorcery with mana value 2 or less for free. This one gives you protection from red and from green. So unfortunately, there's no protection from white, which can kind of suck a lot. But either way, this one, whenever you deal combat damage, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play those cards this turn, and you may play an additional land this turn. Pretty cool card here. So, I mean, how are we going to do this? They do have to equip for 2. So, the best thing that I kind of thought was going for the Omen Hawker. The Omen Hawker, you could add 2, spend this mana only to activate abilities, but you can use this to equip, because this is an activate ability. We also have the Enigma Jewel. This thing comes in tapped, and the craft with the Locus of Enlightenment, I don't really see that being too much of a factor here, but you can do like the kind of Omen Hawker thing. So I am running 1. It is a legendary, so that's why I'm only running 1. But Omen Hawker is kind of the engine that kind of makes this thing move. I do have the Gingerbrute. Gingerbrute is one of 2 things. It does allow you to gain a little bit of life, which is nice versus mono red, because God knows mono red can put a lot of damage out. And Gingerbrute also can make it unblockable. So that is kind of what the swords have to do damage. So if you have the Gingerbrute, you can make it unblockable, which is very, very nice. The Sleep-Cursed Faerie obviously is kind of nicer on turn 1, but whenever you get it untapped, it does have ward, and then the Spyglass Siren flies. So you do have all of that, and the Surge Engine also does not be able to get blocked. Now, Surge Engine is basically, I want to say, the other engine that makes this go, except for Omen Hawker, because these are just activated abilities. So we have the Enigma Jewel, you have the Omen Hawker. You can ramp up into Surge Engine's activate abilities very, very quickly, like surprisingly quickly. And again, can't be blocked, so that you can equip it with the Surge Engine. Very, very good. Let's go ahead. 1 Faerie Mastermind, just because I don't really know what else to kind of put in this deck. I am only running 22 lands here, and I feel like the Faerie Mastermind in very, very grindy games can come in handy. You also do have that activated ability that can kind of come in handy with Omen Hawker, Enigma Jewel, etc. Let's get into the weird one. So mono red is a very, very hard matchup. I know this might seem insane, but again, it's very, very good with the Enigma Jewel and the Omen Hawker. The 3 Bowls of Porridge, I think you kind of need this for the mono red matchup. It's obviously very, very dead versus control, but being able to go for 2 to damage target creature, which kills like Kamanus, bloodthirsty adversaries, swift spears if they're tapped out, etc. You can tap a target creature, so just being able to tap a target creature is pretty nice, and then you can sacrifice it for 3 life. This card is not very good versus obviously control, and like even like some mid-range is not as good, but versus mono red, this card can literally save your life. I'm telling you, it's a little bit memey, but we're gonna see if we can kind of make it work. I've already play tested a little bit with mixed results. I think it does kind of put you in the running versus mono red better than these could, but today we're just going to be playing with some swords here. I do have the Mirrex token. If you do get Sunfall, because we don't run counter magic, if you do have those dreaded Sunfalls or whatever, you do have Sword of Once in Future, and then you can equip it to the little Mirrex token, so that's why I'm running the Mirrex. But this is basically the decks we are going to be playing with swords, baby. Consider joining the channel. That'd help me out as a content creator, and you'd be help supporting me. Consider subscribing if you have not already, and without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Alrighty here, Hikaran, how we doing here? 2 Mirrex is a little bit rough, but we actually only need blue for the Fading Hope, so I think I'm actually going to keep this. It's a little risky, but, you know, we like risky. And plus we get the island anyway, so we're fine. Let's go and drop our little Gingerbrute here, and hopefully, eventually, we can equip the Gingerbrute with one of our swords here. I do have the 3 Bowls of Porridge. I'm telling you what, I know it's a little bit memey, but we're trying to get virtual persistence kind of sucks here. I don't really like the Lifegain. Removal is fine, but the Lifegain can kind of be rough here. But yeah, like I said, the 3 Bowls of Porridge, I don't know. I like it, but we'll see. Hopefully we can get into our Sword of Forge and Frontier. Of course, a lot of times with the swords, they kind of don't match up because some of them give you protection from green and red, or the Sword of Forge and Frontier does. And then the other one is blue and black. Forge and Frontier. My goodness. Okay. So let's go ahead and drop this. Fingers crossed they don't have a Tear Asunder. Okay, we get it down. Okay, we get it down, which is kind of nice. But like I said, okay, I was about to say, a Tear Asunder would be absolutely brutal. Just because we have to... Obviously, with swords, they're so, like, clunky. You have to put so much into them, which kind of sucks. But we're gonna try and get it. We're gonna try and get it. March Registrar gets rid of our Spyglass Siren. I would have thought they would maybe get rid of the Gingerbrute, considering that with the Gingerbrute we can make unblockable. And I don't think they're really running haste creatures, but I guess flying, we have to pay for the Gingerbrute, so I guess. The Sword of Forge and Frontier does let us get rid of, or protection from green. Shelly's okay. We don't have protection from black, but we can go ahead and make Fading Hope. I think I'm going to take the draw before we go for Fading Hope, just kind of set up what we want to do here. So obviously the Impede Momentum, really brutal here, because the Impede Momentum doesn't really help out a lot at all. So I think we are just going to have to go in for the Fading Hope. I don't really see another way, or we can go for the Gingerbrute, but I think we're just going to use the Fading Hope to kind of just, yeah, so let's just get rid of the Shelly here for now, and then we can use the map token. I feel like that's the best move here. Alright, you get another land, but actually when we do damage here with the Sword of Forge and Frontier, we actually can drop another land. So there we go, so we get another land there, and then we get a Gingerbrute. We're going to lose the 3 bowls of Porridge, just because it has to be this turn. But, okay, we're dashing, we're slicing with our swords. Let's see what we got here. Now with the 3 bowls of Porridge, I'm just, okay, Virtual Persistence is not that big of a deal. I'm just more worried about Terra Sunder. But if I don't see Terra Sunder, I think we're good. Now, we do lose the Gingerbrute, which is actually pretty freaking gross. Ooh, thank goodness we do get another creature. So if we didn't get another creature, we're not looking too good. So, at this point, I mean, to get the Faerie Mastermind, I think we're just going to do Impede Momentum, see if we can scry. Omen Hawker, actually, let's keep the Omen Hawker, just because we do need creatures to be able to put onto the swords here. So a little bit mana inefficient, but that's okay. We do get a flyer, so I think we're good here. Let's go for the Faerie Mastermind. Just hopefully no cut down, because they only have 1 black source open here, and we do get our Omen Hawker into our hand now. Omen Hawker's a lot better in the, you know, the earlier game, but let's go ahead and equip our Faerie. Fairies and swords don't really go together a whole lot, but they do today. All right, Sword and Frontier. There's our other sword. Now, we're going to have to get this down. The Sword of Once and Future gives us protection from black. And that, I think, is going to be the key here. Plus, we can also, like, recast our sorceries and instances. So, Acklazotz? Oh, this is actually not that bad. Acklazotz is not that bad, because now we can equip the sword. Number 2, Search Engine's okay. This is actually pretty good. Let's go ahead and go for Sword of Once and Future. And now we have protection from black and from green and red. Not that it matters. But now we get to swing in, and boom. Sword of Forge and Frontier. Let's go. All right, another sword. I actually don't know if I want the sword. So Fading Hope. Wait, hold on. If we go for Fading Hope, we have a Fading Hope, so we're going to be able to cast Fading Hope for free, and then it gets exiled. So let's go ahead and put you away. You're a little bit too slow, the Fairy. And let's be able to cast this for free. I think I like this a lot more. So the Acklazotz is annoying because it has lifelink. Obviously, Shelly's like pretty annoying as well. But if we Impede Momentum, hold on. If I Fading Hope the Acklazotz, the Shelly is still kept around, which kind of sucks. So maybe I should have bounced the Shelly. No, because the lifelink. We made the right choice. Because the lifelink would have kind of hurt us too. So I think now we have the Porridge, which is absolutely hilarious. What a meme card. I'm just thinking, I think I want to put down the Surge Engine. I don't think they can do enough damage here. I can kind of tell what their deck is. If they go for the Restless Cottage, I might just chump block, honestly. We do have lethal and 2 more swings. I mean, this is actually really close. I don't know where we're sitting here. Are they going... If they just drop down Acklazotz, that's not a good move. If they just drop down Acklazotz, we can just kind of take care of that. Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, they do... I think... I don't really know. Should we chump block here? If I chump block, if we don't go down to 6, I think I'm going to, considering I think our win condition is just holding up this Faerie Mastermind and swinging in here, when we can take care of the Acklazotz as well. And we actually can use 3 bowls of Porridge to kind of just tap something out here. So let's see. I think we'll draw into our Fading Hope that we kind of surveilled for. And yeah, we're not ready for the Porridge. Let's go for the Fading Hope here. We lose 2 life, which is fine. We're going to have to... We're going to have to bounce the Shelly so that they don't gain life next turn. So let's do this. Swing in. Bang. Boom, boom. That doesn't really help a whole lot. Impede Momentum. Let's go. We have an... Let me check. I think we have an Impede Momentum in our graveyard. Yes, we do. So let's keep this on top because I want to just have it. So another one. And we already get to cast the Impede Momentum. Let's put it on the Acklazotz because we're just worried about the lifelink and it's swinging. We need to actually use the Fading Hope on Shelly so that they don't gain life on their next draw step here. So Fading Hope on the Shelly so they don't gain up because now we have lethal. So 6 means lethal. I think we're looking okay. 3 bowls of Porridge. We can deal 2 damage. I guess we'll just take care of the Gumdrop Poisoner because that works out. And then Surge Engine, Omen Hawker, Defender, lose Defender with a Surge Engine. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Whew. Okay, I guess they still have a food token here, though. But now this makes the Shelly play a lot more awkward. Okay. Not comfortable yet. If they have another Gumdrop Poisoner, that further complicates things a little. Oh, I don't know what their plan is here, so... Oh! Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Resolve. Okay, well, that's fine. Yeah, we at least keep the Surgeon. Okay, we're fine. That's fine. Yeah, okay, we're looking good here. Now we get rid of the Surgeon here. The Surge Engine. We go up to 8, and I think they each give us +2/+2. So let's go ahead and do this. I think we're just looking good here. So... we have 7. If we go up for the Surge Engine, we go up to a 5/4. Let's go. Let's go. Sword of Fortune Frontier. Let's go! Alright, so I see a sword, and I think we're going to be okay. How you doing? At kick 79. How we doing? Alright, I think just getting down the Sleep-Cursed Faerie is always kind of a catch-22. Do you want to get down the Sleep-Cursed Faerie to get rid of those stun counters at first? Or do you kind of want to maybe go for the Spyglass Siren to look for land? I think because we have... we'll just do this. Getting the Sleep-Cursed Faerie equipped with the sword later, I don't want to say late in the game, but in that like mid-rangey type of the game, that is where we want to be. So, okay, look at oh, we got 2 swords here. Now I think we're just gonna go for the Spyglass Siren, and we're gonna go for double Siren here. That's fine. Put a little bit of pressure on and get those map tokens so that we can use 2 map tokens to see if we can get into land, because we're gonna need land to drop these swords. We are on the play as well, so all that always helps. Alright. Leyline Binding. Okay, not a big deal. They can't use it on the Sleep-Cursed Faerie, obviously, because of the ward. And they're just going to get rid of a Spyglass Siren. I mean, that's not that big of a deal. So, yeah. Just, I don't know. They could get rid of a map token, technically, I guess. But Impede Momentum's not really that good right now. We're just going to have to use these map tokens to see if we can bust into a... nope. Get rid of the Porridge. No bears here. Spyglass Siren once again. And there we go. There's our beautiful land card. There we go. Okay, we're good. Now we can at least set down. We miss our land, or we don't miss our land drop, but we at least can't get down the sword. But we can get them done next turn. So obviously this is going to be like the Atraxa Domainy type deck. So let's see what you got for me. Leyline Binding, looking okay. Okie dokie. That's fine. Let's get rid of another Spyglass Siren. I think that's okay. We can kind of bear that. Another Mirrex is looking good. Now I kind of want to decide what I want to do here. I think getting the Surge Engine down is... and alleviating the Surge Engine of Summoning Sickness might actually be a little bit better. Let's go for the Surge Engine and then alleviate it from Summoning Sickness so that we have 2 ways here. Then we got the Sleep-Cursed Faerie. I know it is a little meh. It's a little meh just because obviously putting down the sword feels a little bit better, but we don't have enough to equip it. And I don't know. We're going to top deck into a land. We're going to top deck into a land and then we are going to equip it and we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Bramble Familiar. So I have to be wary of Sunfall, but what's nice about the Mirrex and the swords here is that we do survive. We do survive that. So Besiege You kind of sucks here, but now that actually works out. We don't have to worry about top decking into a land because we just get one for free here. And there we go. 3 bowls of Porridge looking okay. And now this is actually really, really simple. We don't have anything. Maybe we can impede momentum with the sword once we do that. So now we have to decide. Do we want to go for the Forge and Frontier, or do we want to go in for this, the once in the future? Okay. I think we're going to go for this. Neither one of them gives you protection from white. Unfortunately, it's the only color that's kind of omitted. So I think we're just going to do this and try and dig for a little bit more land and some cards that we can play on this turn. Unfortunately, we do not get it, but that Fading Hope would have been kind of nice on the Bramble Familiar. If we go for the Sword of Once and Future, then we can kind of, I don't know, I think they... Unless they have Leyline Binding, we do kind of need another creature, though. I feel like even with the Mirrex, it is kind of expensive. There's a Leyline Binding, and unfortunately for us, they're going to be able to pay this off. So, okay, they have enough to pay off this ward, which sucks, but it is what it is. We need another creature, but if I go for Impede Momentum, I get the Scry, maybe the Mirrex token. We need to get a creature down and alleviate it from Summoning Sickness ASAP. Omen, there we go. You ask and you shall receive. So an Omen Hawker comes into play, and we're looking pretty good here. I think I do want to just get down the sword. Yeah, just getting down the Omen Hawker just feels like the best play. Obviously, removal sucks a lot, but with that Mirrex token, we always have a backup plan. That's why I love the Mirrex so much. Okay. Only two more cards in their hand, and I don't think they really have the means to drop a Traxa right now. They don't have the boost. Ooh. So Cemetery Desecrator, probably gonna remove our Omen Hawker. I think that's okay. I think that's okay. Kind of sucks, but I think they're just gonna remove something in our grave. Yeah, they're just gonna remove the Surge Engine. Whatever. Whatever, get rid of the Omen Hawker. I think that is something that we can bear. There's a Gingerbrute. Oh my god, there we go. There's a Gingerbrute. Let's go. And now we can at least get oh no, we can only get one. We can only attach one. We can only attach one because it costs 2 to equip. We lost the Omen Hawker here, so I'm actually going to do this because we have protection from black. And now the Gingerbrute is just going to slide right past the Cemetery Desecrator. And unfortunately, we just hit 2 lands, so it's not too good here. Now I guess we could just go for the Impede Momentum. We're not really that threatened here. We actually could have just went for a sword as well. Maybe we should just went for double swords here. I'm gonna get down to 3. Yeah, that was a pretty big mistake. I think that we probably should have just went for the sword there, just to kind of get some more shenanigans going. But I don't know. Hindsight's 2020. I think we're probably okay here. They're swinging. Wow. So they have removal for the Gingerbrute. I guess they can't go for Virtual Persistence. We have protection from black. Flush Gorger. Okay. Okay, more land. Ooh, a little yucky here, but yeah, I guess I probably should have just went for the sword of for the last turn too. But that's okay. That's okay. Let me map this out. With the swords, we can swing in for 5. Obviously, there's really no way we can get in there otherwise. The Phyrexian Flesh Gorger having lifelinks tricking me out a little bit here. I think I want to go for the Impede Momentum. Let's go ahead and hit the... I know we have protection, but I want to just put this on ice for 3 turns. So let's go ahead and pay 3. Sleep-Cursed Faerie, I think we're going to put you away just because we need something with a little bit more upside. I'm gonna risk it here. We do have this. Worst case scenario, we can go for the bowls here. And let's swing in with our little Gingerbrute. Ba-bam! Down to 1 they go. No more lifelink for you. The swords are both gonna go off. Look at the Gingerbrute go. So Impede Momentum. Let's go for the Impede Momentum. We get one for free, so we might as well. I think the Bramble Familiar is a little scarier. Let's just go like that. Just like yeah. We're looking good here. Gingerbrute, we can play down another land, and we have another Impede Momentum, and we're looking good. Put the 7... Everything's on ice. Let's keep the Gingerbrute on top, just in case they have some sort of, like, you know, Sunfall or something like that. We're going to put in the Gingerbrute, and we are going to look okay. If you play with fire, you get burned. If you play with swords, you get cut. Let's go. And let's see if they have any sort of answer for us. Even Sunfall isn't going to be enough. We still have the Gingerbrute, and we take it. Let's go. Landium, how we doing here? All right, looking good. We got this 3 bowls of porridge. I don't know how I feel about this card yet. Hello, we're being friendly today. Let's go ahead and give them friendly hello there. Oh, we're getting double hellos. Extra friendly today. All right, here. Let's see what we got. Oh, got mono red. Yeah, we got mono red here. Kamano faces Kakazan. Not looking good here, but that's okay. We're at least on the play, which kind of alleviates a little bit of trouble. Now, we got at least... Let's go ahead and get down the Omen Hawker and the Sleep-Cursed Faerie, but this 3 bowls of porridge thingy, I think it's pretty gosh darn good. I think it's like exactly... Oh, so this is actually Gruul. Excuse me, this is not mono red. This is Gruul. Picnic Ruiner. Okay, this is not that big of a deal. We still got the Impede Momentum, so that's actually really, really nice. And with the Omen Hawker, we do allow the Sleep-Cursed Faerie to get into a little bit of untap action early. So now I have to decide here. So 3 bowls of porridge works pretty well, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and Fading Hope the Picnic Ruiner here. And the Mirrex, sure, that's fine. That's fine. We can roll with that. All right, got the Mirrex, and now I'm going to go in for a double Sleep-Cursed Faerie with the Omen Hawker. It is, unfortunately, the... I would love to get down this Enigma Jewel or something else, but the Mirrex, this is kind of the downside of running the Mirrex. The lack of pure blue is a little bit rough here. So they want to go in for the Picnic Ruiner again. Cacophony Scam, but it's fine. If they want to go in for... There they go. They go in for the Picnic Ruiner. That's fine, because we do have the Impede Momentum, so that's nice. I think this is okay. I think this is fine. Let's go for the blue. Just, yeah. I mean, Picnic Ruiner, I guess we'll get rid of the Spyglass Siren. Not that great right now. And I guess I'm going to swing in with the Sleep-Cursed Faerie. Now let's get down our Enigma Jewel. And then we have the Omen Hawker that we can kind of untap the Sleep-Cursed Faerie for. Feels okay. And like I said, the 3 bowls of porridge is just for aggro. Obviously, this card is terrible versus like control. But I think versus aggro, you kind of have to have some You have to have something full like mono. I say mono red, but it's actually Gruul, whatever. Same difference. They're trying to kill you really quickly, so these things always trying to fall on my head. All right, let's see what you got here. Got the Etching of Kamanu, kind of scary here. Obviously, Gruul. This is turn 4. I'm sure they've got a bunch of pump spells here. The Enigma Jewel is doing this. Ooh. Oh, so they're gonna Picnic Ruiner, the Cacophony Scamp, and the Etching of Kamanu. This actually makes it a little bit awkward. I don't think I really want to trade here, especially if I trade the Cacophony Scamp. Ooh, yeah, this is actually kind of gross. So these Omen Hawker, I'm gonna let 4 mana sources here. Maybe I just chump block. Because at this point, the sources, I have the Enigma Jewel, so the Rampage with the 3 Bowls of Porridge, I think can work just well with that. I think we're actually just going to chump block here. Yeah, they don't have Trample, they're tapped out, no Monstrous Rage. I think that's actually the best thing. We get the Sword of Forge and Frontier, absolutely wonderful. So now we can actually use this with the Enigma Jewel and go for the Sleep-Cursed Faerie. Boom, that feels absolutely wonderful, and now I am going to have to swing in here. And now, because we have protection from red and green, got a Gingerbrute there. Let's go ahead and get our extra land down here. Let's put down the Gingerbrute. Looks pretty good. And then we can go for the Omen Hawker and untap our Sleep-Cursed Faerie, and we have protection from red. That feels pretty gosh darn good. Okay. Like I said, it is always, you know, it's kind of a catch-22 with the when running the 2 swords, because sometimes you have the proper matchup and sometimes you do not. But in this case, we do. So we're going to reap the benefits. Okay, sword forward. Yeah, we're looking good here. Just trying to think. Obviously, the Cacophony Scamp. If they blow up the Cacophony Scamp to the high heavens and give it trample, there's a chance they could just blow right through us, which is a little nerve-wracking. I'm not gonna lie. But because they are taking their time, it kind of makes it a little less likely. And I can also go for the Gingerbrute and sacrifice it and gain a little bit of life. So there's no way they can deal 17. 17? There's no way. See how the Landium is still there. Alright, so Picnic Ruiner. Okay, so they are still there. That's nice. Let's see if they can play a little faster. There we go. And Audacity on the Cacophony Scamp. So that is the nerve-wracking part here. Especially at a 5-3. I think I... No blocks. No blocks. Okay. Alright, that's fine. At this point, I think we're going to use one of the Mirrex things here, because you don't want to get caught up with all the Mirrex token here. So let's go for the 3 Bowls of Porridge. And then with the Omen Hawker, I think we'll be okay, because we do need to hold up the Gingerbrute life gain ability, and then we can kind of tap them out. And plus, we just have lethal this way. All right. Looking good. Looking good. I thought for sure they were just going to have like another, like, you know, pump spell on the Cacophony Scamp here. Looking good. I think now we got the Fading Hope access. We can actually only cast one of these here because we don't have access to the Surge Engine. We have enough activated ability mana, but just pure mana, we don't have enough for that. So go ahead and get rid of you. Looking okay here. Audacity, they're going to draw. That's completely fine. And I think we're just going to drop down. With the Enigma Jewel and the Omen Hawker, we have enough to go for the Gingerbrute. And they give us a good game. They probably know, and we're looking good at the game. Let's go ahead and give them... Well, let's wait. Let's wait for a second. Let's wait for a second. If they're running like the Giant Growth card, it could maybe do something, but yes, let's wait. I'm not going to give them the emote yet. Let's wait. 14 life, 14 to 4, and they scoop it up. GG's. Now we can clink them up. Smash! How we doing here? And I think this is looking pretty good. We got a Sword of Once in Future. Okay, I don't really love the white, because Lifegain is a little bit rough here. Neither one of our swords also gives protection from white, and there seems to be a little bit of a glitch with the little bush-looking thing here. So Voice of the Blessed, that's a really weird glitch. I've never seen that one before. But yeah, definitely don't like the Voice of the Blessed here. Ooh, Impede Momentum's actually really good here. Wow, that's actually the best top deck ever. So let's go and scry away. We need a little bit more land, but the Voice of the Blessed is essentially just like a big beat stick. So let's just put it on ice, and we don't have to worry about it for a while. Another Voice of the Blessed, and that, yeah, look at that. Look at that little, like, bush. It's, like, kind of overlapping on top of the card there. It's kind of weird, but, Skrelv's actually a nightmare. Ooh, oh my god, they're just blowing up here. They give us the Teferi. I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Fading Hope before the Skrelv is, alleviated from Summoning Sickness. Okay, Island there is perfect, so I want to make sure that we go for the Island. They're freaking smash! Smash! Relax, man. I'm getting a little bit nervous here. You start off way too fast and scary. Okay, what's the move here? We could go for the 3 bowls of porridge and kind of pick off the Skrelv here, but I think we're just going to opt to go for the Siren and the Sleep-Cursed Faerie. Not really great here. I mean, the Skrelv now can kind of block off for Summoning Sickness here, so this is actually really rough. Whew, okay. How do we get out of this thing here? So that thing's got another stun counter on it, but the other Voice of the Bless, I think we're going to have to just try and race with our Sleep-Cursed Fairies, but not... Ooh. Excuse me. Mirrex. What's the play here? Either way, we're a little bit awkward. I think I'm going to go for the map. We could go for the 3 bowls of porridge and then pick off the Skrelv. So Gingerbrute. Actually, Gingerbrute's actually pretty interesting, especially with the sword here. I think we're going to say no. It's close. It's close. I do like the Gingerbrute, but let's go and get down the sword up once in future and just kind of chill here. We can maybe use like the Fading Hope to kind of get rid of like the Skrelv, or at least tap the Skrelv with the Impede. So let's get, I think we're gonna have to try and put some damage on the board. This is gonna be a rough matchup. We're on the draw versus like a, actually I don't even know if we're on the draw or not, but we are versus Lifegain, so it is what it is. Okay. All right, here. So I guess we got what's going on here. So Ganjo, not. I don't think it's time to freak out yet, but depends if they play down like 2 more creatures. This is Voice of the Blessed. It's just going to matter if they can outrace us. As of right now, they can. So Extraction Specialist, there's nothing in the graveyard. Okay. Ah, man. Not looking too great here. Down to 12. But now we have the Sleep-Cursed Fairies, and we got a Mirrex token. So I'm just trying to think here. They actually did swing in with the Skrelv, which is actually pretty interesting. So not really going for any sort of spot removal. Or, you know, it's not really removal. I guess it's kind of removal, but... Alright. Really interesting that they don't go in with the Skrelv here, though. So I think what we're going to do... Swing in here. We'll keep the Siren back for defense here. The Sword of Forge and Frontier, maybe we keep that. If we keep that with the Omen Hawker, I think the Omen Hawker can kind of go. But the Sword and Forge and Frontier is definitely interesting here. I think we're gonna go ahead and keep that, and we're gonna go for the Fading Hope on the Voice of the Blessed, so that we get the Scry. Yeah, Scry's no big deal, but like, I mean, we have to get like at least just calm down these Voice of the Blessed, and then we can kind of get down the 3 bowls of porridge. If we get down the 3 bowls of porridge, we can kind of pick off the Skrelv because we can deal 2 damage or something. I don't know. I mean, I think that's our best option. The Extraction Specialist just having lifelink in and of itself is very problematic. Especially because they have... Man, the Skrelvs are really a bummer. Dang. It's not over yet, though. Especially if they are getting a little bit cute with the Skrelv. I mean, I have the Spyglass Siren. I think we're just going to hack because they're going to bump up here. Yeah, all this life gain is going to be really, really hard. I think our only option is to maybe put the Skrelv on some stun counter action. And then from there on, maybe we can kind of do some other stuff here. Anointed Peacekeeper. Okay, we don't have a hand, but they could call a Sleep-Cursed Faerie, right? They actually called the 3 bowls of porridge. I thought they were going to go for the Sleep-Cursed Faerie to see that if we couldn't untap or something like that. Dang, that really sucks. That's the unfortunate part about these swords is we don't have protection from white. Nothing can give us that, so I guess we'll make a true blue trade here. And we go down to 6, and now that sucks a lot. Now with the 3 bowls of porridge, now it's going to cost way too much. These Voice of the Blessed, I think, are just going to be a little bit too much for us to handle. Because now we can't even go for the 3 bowls of porridge. We could pick off the Skrelv, and then from there on out, we could probably do something. But I think we're just going to get overwhelmed here a little bit. Let's try it out. Yeah, it costs 2. We can't get down the sword, and I mean, I wish we had a way to give ourselves indestructible, because even the Sword of Forge and Frontier, yeah, it's red, green, don't have anything for white. We can't really swing in, doesn't really make any sense. Yeah, that's a good game. They have too many creatures, but GG's. Zimax, how we doing here? We got 2 Omen Hawkers and a Surge Engine. I think that is like a dynamite start. Our opponent is going on the mulligan here, so let's go ahead and give them the friendly mulligan hello. Everybody needs a friend when you take a mulligan, so how you doing, ZZ Max? Let's go ahead and just go, oh, hello. I'm going to go for the Omen Hawker instead of the Sleep-Cursed Faerie. Let's just get our Omen Hawker down and see if we can just surge into the Surge Engine and just wreak some havoc here. So turn 2 is always a little bit peculiar. I've never seen these, I've never seen those before, so those are kind of cool Mishra sleeves, but turn 2 is always a little bit peculiar just because the Sleep-Cursed Faerie is always like, do you want to go for the Sleep-Cursed Faerie and then the Omen Hawker, or which one do you want to get down first? I typically just want to get the Omen Hawker alleviated from Summoning Sickness ASAP. So I think we're just going to go for the Omen Hawker and probably just going to go for the Sleep-Cursed Faerie, and I think we're okay. I'm not going to swing with the Omen Hawker just because, yeah. Okay. Looking good here. So Scrap Gorge is actually relatively slow, and now let's go ahead and use the Omen Hawker to alleviate a little summoning sickness from there. And we don't get into the Sword of Fortune Frontier, but at least we get the right one, because this is green, and we're facing a green deck, so that's nice. I think we're going to go in for the Surge Engine, and then just go for the Omen Hawker. A little bit awkward, though. Well, I guess it's not really awkward. It's not awkward at all, actually. No, because this actually is a total of 4, so we can actually get the Surge Engine up to a 5/4 immediately. Yeah, it's not awkward at all. It's actually perfect. Oopsie, I can't count. I can't count. So yeah, it's 1 to lose it, to lose Defender, and then 3 to buff it, and we have 2 with 2 Omen Hawkers. So that's a total of 4. We're good. We're good. Loam Speaker comes out to play. Hopefully they do miss a land drop. If they do miss a land drop, they're going to be in a world of trouble, and it's looking like it. There we go. Let's go in for the Surge Engine. Ba-boom. Now, if we get into a Sword of Fortune Frontier, it's absolutely over, because they're going to miss land drops here. And we do. We get the island, and now let's go ahead and drop our Sword of Fortune Frontier. And with the Omen Hawker, they know that the equip is going to be way too fast. Alrighty here, Automatics, how you doing? How you doing? Looking pretty good. We always got the Omen Hawker. Let's just go for the Omen Hawker. We don't really have anything to kind of break with the Omen Hawker. Don't have any equipment or anything like that, but we'll find something. Phoenix Chick is unfortunate. Now, unfortunately, the Phoenix, like, Mono Red is a really, really hard matchup for us. That is why we have the Gingerbrute. I mean, amongst other things, but the Lifegain is a little bit, not really as strong as Mono White, obviously, but let's just go ahead and get them a Spyglass Siren. Should we put down the Gingerbrute? I don't know. Maybe I just kind of want to get down the Omen Hawker. Let's go for Omen Hawker. Omen Hawker's a little bit better here. Alright, and I'm going to go for the map token with the Omen Hawker, just so that we can kind of see if we can get into some land here or what we got going on. A Surge Engine is actually pretty good. Surge Engine is pretty good. Yeah, let's keep it. I don't know. I mean, it's not a land, and we're going to miss a land drop next turn, but a Surge Engine with 2 Omen Hawkers is pretty phenomenal. So I think we're just going to have to keep it. Play with fire on the Siren. That's actually fine. I would much rather you kill the Siren than the Omen Hawkers. Yeah. So... okay, well, I've learned with the Surge Engine, with 2 Omen Hawkers, we do actually activate out perfectly, so that's really, really nice. Let's just do this now. Let's do this now, because if they, like, before they untap, they have, like, a play with fire or something, this could be a little bit awkward. So let's get up to that 4 toughness, so that we can kind of, just, like, make things awkward for them. And they just drop a Godric. That's actually wonderful. We're just going to take 1 point of damage here. Surge Engine is going to block them off. We get a Fading Hope. Okay, now we're looking good, though. That was really, really nice. The God, I've never said this too often, but the Godric, really, really nice to see ya. And now I'm thinking here, let's go for the Surge Engine. We do have just enough, and oh, thank goodness we dropped a land, because I was about to get a little bit frustrated there. I was like, we don't get a land out of like that. That would have been pretty, really rough. I think we'll just let's stay put. We do have the Fading Hope, obviously, but we'll kind of wait. Maybe they go for like a Monstrous Rage on like a Godric or something, and we can really screw them up. But Fading Hope is definitely the plan here. Swift Sphere, only 1 card left in their hand. Now the Godric's up to a 4/4, and let's see what you got for me. Swing all. I'm gonna say no. Let's say no, just so that we can go for like a Monstrous Rage or something like that. And let's go. Oh, play with fire. So play with fire, no big deal. Now is a good time as any. Let's go for the Fading Hope on the Godric. 3 bowls of porridge. I'm gonna put that on. We're gonna keep the 3 bowls of porridge. I think that any sort of life gain whatsoever is actually something I'm very interested in. So down to 6 we go. Yeah, I think we're going to have to be interested in this by default, so 3 bowls of porridge with double Omen Hawkers is actually pretty gosh darn good. Let's go for the Gingerbrute, and I think we're going to swing in. I think we're going to try and race them. I know it seems a little bit nuts, but we can block with the Gingerbrute. We can block with, we can actually gain 6 life here, which is actually like really, really discreet. Hakazan is okay, okay. Yeah, we could actually deal 2 damage with the porridge thing now. I don't think they can. Yeah, let's actually do this now. I was actually just gonna look for the gain life. Let's actually just tap you. I guess let's just tap you for now. Let's just tap you for now. We deal 1. I guess we probably should have just killed it. That really didn't make a whole lot of sense. I guess we definitely could have killed it. I don't know. That was kind of a dumb move. And now the Godric's gonna come in. Because if we were looking to tap, we should just tap the Godric, or we should just kill the Swift Spear. So that was actually a pretty big bad move here. Okay, let's try to alleviate our mistakes here. Let's go for the Gingerbrute and at least just chump block, and then we can just kind of pop off the Gingerbrute with the Omen Hawker. Ugh. Yeah, that was a pretty bad misplay. So that is why you don't run these meme cards like Porridge, ladies and gentle mages. Let's go for the Gingerbrute, at least alleviate what we can. Now we go down to 1. I think that's okay. Now we get another bowl of Porridge. Oh my god. Alright, so we get another bowl of Porridge. Let's see if we can get out of this. I've already committed to this card. This is exactly why I have the 3 bowls of Porridge, is so I can kind of win versus this matchup. So I'm just trying to think here. I think... Hold on, wait, I don't think we're dead in the water yet. They have 10 life. If I go for the Siren, we can guaranteed block out the Phoenix chick. I think we might be okay here. Omen Hawker lets us go for the Porridge 2 different times. So... I don't think we're dead yet. They have 10 life. Our win condition is just getting the Surge Engine twice. We can do that once this turn. It has to be this turn, obviously. Okay, and now I can go either for Fading Hope or Spyglass Siren. Let's hold the Fading Hope instead of the Siren. The win condition is Surge Engine. Plain and simple. Okay. Okay. I would think they just all-out swing. I don't see why they would not. So we can gain 6 life here. Maybe I should have used... Well, I don't think I can really use one of them. Because of how wide they are, I don't think I was supposed to use the Porridge on my turn. They can obviously just, like, use some sort of burn spell in response to the Porridge. But I have 2 of them now, so... I don't know why they put attacks back. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I think they should just swing all, right? I got 1 life. You're mono red. Do your thing. Alright, so we got Fading Hope, and we have 2 Porridges here. Alright, I guess we're just gonna... Let's just do this. Let's chump block. Okay. S. Yep, okay. Porridge. I guess we'll do this. Let's go ahead and gain 3 life. They got 1 card in their hand, so we can go in for the 3 Porridge. They give us a good game. Yeah, we get it! The Porridge! Let's go! Bugsy, how we doing here? Looking pretty good. Oh, wow, are we playing it? I mean, I'm sure this isn't going to be the same deck. I would assume this is going to be like the Simic deck. So let's go for our own Gingerbrute. We'll go ahead and give you a cheers just for running Gingerbrute versus Gingerbrute with an island. I like your turn 1 play style there, Bugsy. There we go. So this is going to be the Simic deck. Subterranean Schooner. Oh my god, let's go and give him a sad face. That is pretty brutal. So we have Surge Engine. Surge Engine, obviously, Surge Engine might be the move here, but, yeah, it's gonna be Surge Engine. Like, there's really no alternative here, and let's just trade swings. Go down to 18. The Subterranean Schooner, though, man, what a card. I debated running the Subterranean Schooner in this deck, obviously, but I felt like that was just like a strictly weaker version of like the Simic type. So I was like, I kind of just want to do something totally different, because that just felt like a strictly weaker version. I think this is a little bit, I don't want to say better. I don't know if it's better, it's kind of memey, but like it's at least different. It plays differently, so alright. We'll just get down this other Surge Engine and then we can just kind of hold up the Fading Hope against the Subterranean Schooner. I think that's probably the move. Yeah, let's do this. I guess we can kind of swing in and start racing them or something. I mean, yeah, sure. You'll see we're not 14 to 15. 2 Surge Engines? I mean, 2 Surge Engines is quite a problem for them, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. They go for the Schooner. Obviously, that's not great. Ooh, so they're keeping the Schooner back for defense, but that's not going to work. So they obviously have to have something else, because the Surge Engine can't be blocked. So they got something up their sleeve here, because I don't see why they would do that. Alright, well, I guess we'll just try and race them. If they're not going to do anything, I guess we will try and swing in. Yeah, alright, let's swing in. We do 6 here. Wait. Well, should I swing with the Gingerbrute? Yeah, let's swing in with the Gingerbrute, because, I mean, if they have 14, let's at least put a little bit of pressure on them. Maybe we just trade the Gingerbrutes, because if we don't do that, we don't get down the sword, because I would have to activate it for haste, and then they just match us for haste. So I don't think that's really the smart move to go. So, Mirrex, okay. Don't get the swords down this way, but that's okay. I think just the engine and the Fading Hope's fine. They crew, but I can't be blocked, so I don't really know what that's doing. That's fine. So they can kind of give that haste or whatever. Let's just go for the Fading Hope, just like, let's just disrupt them, sure. We get a Sword of Forge and Frontier, so now we got 2 swords. I think we're going to keep it. I guess? I don't know. You can make a case to not keep it, so one might as well be as good as the other one. But this one does give us protection from green, which they finally drop a green source. Yeah, a green creature, rather. But, all right. I don't really love the Gingerbrute stuff here, especially with the Cauldron. Again, I did debate running the Cauldron in this deck, but again, it just felt like a strictly worse version of this, so I was just like, nah. But then yeah, if they have nothing else to do, they give us a good game, Surge Engines are going to take it.